What's up, everybody? We're live. We have a pretty good card this Saturday. We got UFC 312, the main event. We got the rematch of DDP Jenkins versus Strickland 2. The first fight was really close. We'll talk about that later. The co-main event, man, what a co-main event, man. Wang Zili versus Tatiana Suarez, man. What a good fight. I mean, it's not the best card, but there are a lot of bangers on it. We were just talking about it. Joining me is, a guy that's been on my show a lot, Anthony Rojas. And how you doing, bro?
I've been doing good, man. Yeah, just looking over this card for the first time. There's a lot of Road to UFC guys, a lot of Contender Series guys. So we could be in for a show. It doesn't look like the greatest card on paper, but who knows how it played out.
Those are always the best cards, too. Usually when we talk shit on a card, the card ends up being really good. Last week's card looked good on paper, but it delivered, dude. It was, I think, one of the best cards in a long time. We had to get into it, man. Amava versus Adesanya. I mean, Adesanya was looking like vintage Izzy, man, that first round, besides that one uppercut I think that Amava landed. But, I mean, obviously you have to score that 10-9 Izzy. I mean, he looked great. But then Amava caught him, dude. That was sick, dude. I think that's the last of Adesanya, man. I don't think we're ever going to see him again. Like, if we see him again, who's he going to fight? Like, what is he going to fight? Michelle Pereira? I don't see him fighting anymore, man. He looks washed. He looked washed. What do you think?
He's 1-4 in his last 5, which is crazy. But he looks a step slower for sure. And then his entire defensive game was based on reaction and speed and footwork. And his reaction time is not that good anymore. His speed, he looks slower. His footwork is still there, but he just can't put it all together to stay away. And I was really impressed by Imavov. Not to say I was counting him out, but I thought Izzy didn't do too bad against DDP. So I thought there was a chance for him to, take control and potentially eke out a decision against Imavov. But yeah, he caught him in the first, 6 minutes. That was pretty crazy.
I knew betting on Imavov that Adesanya would be the better striker, but I mean, I did think that was going to be close. And I mean, Imavov basically tried to shoot the whole first round, and didn't really have any success. And then, but this is the thing, Imavov had good striking. Like, everyone brings up the Strickland fight and all that stuff. Like, yeah, Strickland pretty much dominated him, but that was a long time ago, man. Imavov's only 28 years old. Adesanya's like about to turn 36. Like, this is a young man's sport. I mean, this guy's 8 years younger. And another reason why I bet on Imavov is I just don't know where Izzy's head's at. And clearly it's not in the UFC anymore, because it looks like he doesn't even want to fight, man. If you look at his body language in the weigh-ins, he looked like he didn't want to be there. I don't know where he's going to go from here, but I bet on Imavov, cash on that. I also bet on Lock Dog. Look, I was a little worried in the first round, but this is the thing. Lock Dog always does that, man. He doesn't really look the best early on, and Syed is a guy that wins the first round pretty much every fight. But, bro, that guy's cardio is just like our boy Uriel's cardio. That guy's cardio is bad. Like, he looked – I know Lock Dog was gas too, but the thing with Lock Dog is you can't count him out, man. I mean, his nickname is Lock Dog. He had a broken rib, and he went out there and dominated that second and third round. I was at the Jonathan Martinez fight live. I thought, it was a very close fight. But watching that fight, Syed does not deal good with leg kicks, man. And look what Jonathan Martinez did in Lock Dog. I mean, Lock Dog was looking like a D1 wrestler out there, man, getting takedowns too. I didn't see that coming, I'll be honest. I did not think he was going to go out there and take him down. I was worried if he did, because Syed's chokes are sick. But for Lock Dog to go out there and look like a really good fighter against Syed, who had a broken rib, I was impressed. I think he's going to be a top 10 guy, man. What do you think?
Yeah, you've definitely been on the Oliveira train since he came to the UFC. We knew Saeed came in, with really good striking, a really good guillotine choke. We've seen Saeed, get a guillotine live at the Francis Ngannou versus Cyril Gane pay-per-view. So we've seen it live, and Lock Dog turned it into a W. I didn't think that he had it in him after the first round. I did know that Saeed had cardio trouble typically after, the first round, but yeah, Lock Dog is freaking, he just breaks you, man. He's so good. He showed his well-roundedness. He could grapple, he could strike. His cardio is really good. He can fight through injury. He's just a fucking dog, man.
You know what's crazy about him is that he's been knocked out 3 times on the regional scene, and his chins looked really good in the UFC. Like, he's been taking some big shots. You watch that Sopai fight, bro, he was getting wrecked in that fight, man. And I think it was the first round. Yeah. So and I mean, he took some big shots here too, man. So he's durable, man. He's he's good. I can't wait. I hope I have a really big feeling they're gonna book him the Kyra Phillips fight. Who's ranked number 12. I mean, oh god, that's a terrible matchup for Kyra Phillips. We also got to talk about probably the fight I want to talk about the most, because I'm telling you right now, man, you have no idea how many DMs I got on Twitter about people telling me that Mike Davis is their lock of the week. I mean, you go on YouTube and you look at the predictions, everyone was picking Mike Davis, bro. Like, I mean, ZM opened plus 210. Like, he really did, but I didn't tape it in time. And then all of a sudden he got steamed and I got plus 120 and it closed to pick him. Mike Davis is saying that he was sick and all this stuff. I don't want to hear it, dude. He looked like a jobber out there, man. I mean, Mike Davis is good, but if you watch that fight, I knew once he pulled guard within 10 seconds, it was over, bro. I mean, I don't know what the fuck he was doing out there, dude. I know he had some moments for sure when he had ZM, when he was on top of him, but damn, Faraz looks really good. I think he's going to get a top 10 matchup next. What do you think?
Yeah, ZM's looked good his last 3 fights, really good. He's just making levels every single camp. He's looking better and better than the last fight. This fight, he showed off his well-roundedness as well, too, with his grappling. We know he can strike. We know his flexibility. Did you see his leg? That was crazy, too. Davis had it friggin' like a little triangle kind of taped up and everything, but he just fought through it. I thought he was going to have a hyperextended ACL tear or something like that. Nothing happened. And he just eked out a 30-27 full-on victory. So, yeah, it's impressive.
He dominated him, bro. Yeah, man, I went 3-0, man. I won all my bets, all underdog bets. We're actually going to have all underdog bets this week as well. Won 8.4 units. So, I mean, it feels good winning all three. But we'll talk about a couple more fights. It's a Shara Bullet Michael Page fight. I wish I would have bet on Page. I didn't. I picked on Shara Bullet. You were texting me before the fight saying 30-27 Page, and you were right, man. I mean, damn, dude. Shara looked garbage out there, man. He's saying he had, some mental health going on. What did he say?
No.
I don't believe that.
He was a snake charmer, and Venom Page was the snake, and he didn't charm the snake, and he just got bit. But Page is kind of sneaky. He's kind of got that. He knows how to win. He knows how to point fight. He's not going to get a KO. Nothing crazy like that. But he can dance around you. He's really fast, lateral movement, in and outs. He's got really long limbs, which he's got crazy ape index, and he uses it to his advantage. The bad thing about that is he's older now. He's 36, 37. And once his speed goes, same as Izzy, once his speed goes, he's not going to be able to handle that. But he's still one of the fastest guys on the roster, even though he's super old. So just appreciate him while you can. Impressive win. Yeah.
I got a good fight next. How about Michael? Because I don't think Michael Page can stay at 85. He even said he has to take a long time off to get some more muscle. How about Michael Page versus Brian Battle at 170? Whew, that's a banger, man. That's a good fight.
I think Battle's smart. He's got good fight IQ. He's going to take him down immediately. Page's really good takedown defense, and then his get-up game is really good too. But that's fun. If Battle decides to try from that could be a fun matchup. Yeah. I
mean, I just rewatched the Battle Jousset fight where I bet on Jousset, and damn, Battle's boxing looked good, dude. I mean, Battle actually is pretty well rounded. Yeah. I still think Randy Brown, that was a very close fight. We'll talk about that another day. But I mean, yeah, Battle's good, dude. He's definitely sneaking up on that top 15, man. He's not ranked yet, but imagine if they gave him Luque next. And I know Luque looked great against Themba, but I think I'd go with Battle against Luque, man. I think Themba just garbage, bro. Yeah, I think that's a good fight for Battle to get in the rankings. Now, if they gave Buckley Battle, I'd definitely go with Buckley, but I don't think they're going to do that. Buckley deserves way higher than that.
No, Battle's probably out of the modern day tough. He's probably the best tough contestant to come from. So that's the last 3 seasons. He's the most well-rounded. He's battle tested in the UFC now. He's 6-2, 6-1.
He has one loss. It's
yeah.
I mean, I think Brown beat him too, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But is there any other fights you want to talk about? Or do you want to dive in this card?
No, let's start the card.
So how do you pronounce this? Because I like the Art of Knockout nickname better, but how do you pronounce this guy's first name, man? Are you going to say Ninjargle. Like, how the hell do you say this?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Tumendemberel.
Yeah, let's just say let's go with that. So we got Hoson Park -220 versus Art of Knockout Tumendemberel. I'm gonna start off with this one because I have a lot to say here. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't understand the line here. I think there should be a pick on the worst. I mean, if you watch tape on this fight and you look into it, Tumendemberel's the younger guy. He's 26. You got Parker's 29, and also this. I think this is big too. He has a 5-inch reach advantage, man. I mean, he's 5'7" with a 71-inch reach at 25, and you got Park who's 5'7" with a 66. So a 5-inch reach, I think, is going to go far. Both these guys are strikers. I think Park definitely has the better grappling. I think he's going to look to take him down. But Tumendemberel's jiu-jitsu is really good. I mean, he almost hit Hernandez with a submission. He has 5 wins by sub. I think that he has power. I think his debut, he didn't have the volume that I've seen on the road to UFC. And if you watch that fight, all 3 judges scored him the first round because he dropped him. I mean, Carlos Hernandez was winning the first round, and then he got dropped bad by a left hook. So you obviously have to give Tumendemberel the first round. We got a knockdown. Second round, it was a close round until he got taken down and kind of controlled. So it's 1-1. And then the third round, I thought Tumendemberel won the round. If you go watch that round, I mean, you should watch that fight maybe when you get off of here. I mean, Tumendemberel landed more significant strikes, and he hurt him bad in the third round. They didn't score a knockdown, but I mean, and you're going out there and having a close fight with Carlos Hernandez, who's 4-3 in the UFC. I think it's impressive. I mean, both these guys really haven't fought anyone. But I think Tumendemberel's fought better competition with Carlos Hernandez. You got Park, who he's undefeated, but I mean, come on, man, who's he fought? And another thing that I looked at is 2 of his fights that he won on Road to UFC, he got dropped. So I think Tumendemberel could drop him here, man, and possibly get him out of there. Shannon Ross is the biggest joke of all time to ever fight in the UFC. I mean, he's like 0-4 all by knockout losses. I mean, dude, Jesus Aguilar, that midget fucking bum, like Uriel's cousin, that dude fucking knocked him out in like 20 seconds. Dude, this guy landed 50 significant strikes against fucking Park. That's embarrassing, man. So I got to go with Tumendemberel here, man. I think he's a better striker. I like his pressure. I think the 5-inch reach advantage is going to be big. And he has good boxing, man. I think he's a better striker. I think he has a good jab, a good straight right, good left hook. Park gets hit a lot, man. I mean, you're getting dropped by all these guys, man. And, yeah, I got to go with Tumendemberel, man. So I'm going to go with the art of knockout. I don't know if he gets a knockout because his submissions are really good too. So I'm going to say that he goes out there and drops him and gets him in a darce. So I'm going to go club and sell. I'm going to go Tumendemberel with the finish. And I'm going to bet on him, man. I'm going to put 2 units on him. I haven't bet on him yet. He's like plus 185 right now. I'm going to do it probably tomorrow. So that's my pick. I'm going to bet him. What about you? Who do you like?
These are both super green fighters in the UFC. We really haven't seen too much of them. I believe Tumendemberel's last fight too was also, on short notice, if I remember correctly. He was had maybe 2 or 3 weeks notice, so I don't fault him for the split decision. Hong Sung Park, he does get hit a lot. He does get dropped pretty frequently. I like that art of knockout. Has more submissions than knockouts in his career. I think it's kind of funny. Maybe he can live up to his name. I think the line is crazy. It's -2. Same with the main event though. That line is way off too. Should be a lot closer. I'm gonna go for the underdog. I'm gonna root for him. Let's go for Tumendemberel. I can't wait to see Bruce Buffer butcher this guy's name too.
Me too. Another thing that stood out is Park hasn't fought in a long time, maybe 14 months. He had elbow surgery, so let's see how he looks coming off that surgery, man. He was supposed to fight our boy Andre Lima, and I think we know Andre Lima was going to go out there and do work, man. Andre Lima is one of my favorite prospects in this division. But we're going to go with our knockout. Next fight, this is another fight where I'm very high on the prospect here. We got Quillen Salkilld -570 versus the Indian Anshul Jubli. Who do you got here?
Obviously, Anshul Jubli is there as a DEI prospect for India. He's not good. He might be one of the worst fighters on the roster, male or female, which is saying a ton. And I think they're setting up Quillen to get a spectacular finish. So let's go for Quillen.
I think Quillen's pretty good. He watched the Contender Series fight. He fought a pretty good fighter in Gage Young, and he looked good. He's huge for the division, man. 75-inch reach. He's good everywhere. He landed like 100 significant strikes in his Contender Series fight. Yeah, this is actually a fight where I want to bet him in the distance. I'm going to see where the line is. I don't know if it's going to be playable, but I don't see how this Indian goes out there and makes it 3 rounds, man, with the Quinlan here, man. You're going out there and getting broken and losing to a guy that barks you in the octagon. Mike Breeden, I mean, hasn't done anything, bro.
Forgot about that.
If you look at Mike Breeden's record, he got smoked by Terrence McKinney. Like, he got smoked by all, like, bro, he's terrible. Like, he's at the bottom of the division. I'm pretty sure he lost to Natan Levy too, who's not that good.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too I want to bring up. I even said this on my fucking podcast. Mike Davis got swept by Natan Levy, and I said that. I was like, bro, if you're going out there and get swept by Natan Levy, what do you think fucking Ziem's gonna do? So, but I mean, still though, man, Natan Levy sucks. But anyways, back on this fight. Yeah, I like the Australian here. You know, I think this is a setup, dude. This is a cupcake matchup. Dana White's like, hey, I was impressed with you a lot. We're going to give you the worst guy on the roster, man. We're going to build you up. Yeah. This is like giving you Rosal Roberts, bro. So he's going to go out there and do work. I think he's going to go out there and submit him. I think he's in another club and sub, 2 fights in a row, club and sub.
Nice.
I think he's going to hurt him bad. And he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's really good. So I got him by sub as well. Next fight, we got – damn, this is a good fight, man. Honestly, I've been going back and forth. This is what, in my opinion, this is a sneaky, really good fight. We got Kevin Jousset, who's minus 120 – minus 222, and Jonathan Micallef plus 187. Now, I don't know if you know much about Micallef, but he looked good. So he was on the last episode of this recent season of Contender Series, and he went out there and got a first-round sub. I mean, his jiu-jitsu was nasty. You got to watch this fight. He was pretty much controlling the whole fight, and then he went for a sick-ass armbar, bro, and got it. And, bro, he's disgusting, bro. I mean, he's huge too. I mean, he has the reach advantage here, and Jousset's a pretty big welterweight too. I think I have it in here. Let me see. Yeah, so Micallef's 25 years old and Jousset's 31. So you got Micallef. They're both Aussies. I think Jousset's French, but he trains at City Kickboxing. But you got Micallef is actually in like a border. You know, he's Australian for sure. He's 25 years old. You got Jousset's 31. You got Micallef, who's 77-inch reach, and Jousset's is 75. So both these guys are huge. Wow. Micallef's ripped out of his mind. This is a tough fight because I really wanted to go in here and say I was going to bet on Micallef, but then I went back and watched the Battle fight. If Battle can't take Jousset down, it's just I don't know how Micallef's going to do because I think Battle's a really good grappler, and Battle tried to take him down bad in that first round. And fucking Jousset, he stopped every takedown. And then I think Jousset threw him one time down too. So Jousset has good judo, man. It's just, I'm curious if Micallef watched that fight. And if you pressure a guy like Jousset, man, you can get him out of there. Because here's the thing. Jousset hasn't beaten anyone. He beat fucking Kiefer Crosby, who works at Subway down the street from my apartment. And he also beat Keenan Song. Like, bro, that guy's fucking garbage. So he's beaten 2 complete jokes in the UFC. And I feel like this fight should be a lot closer because if you watch the regional scene, Micallef has really good grappling. His only loss, he lost in the 4th round. He got tired and he got finished. But, you know, he got a nice sub against a 13-4 guy. His fight right after that. And then, obviously, on Contender Series, he got a first-round submission. So I think this is a striker versus grappler matchup. I think Jousset has good grappling. I just think Micallef's grappling is a little better. But I do think Jousset's the better striker. He does have good striking. He was looking pretty good against Battle, but I still think Battle won the first round. I think one judge scored it for Jousset. I actually bet on Jousset there, so I wish more judges scored the first round than just one. Doesn't matter because he got fucking broken bad. It's a tough fight to call because I was really impressed with Micallef, man. And I do think even though it's going to be tough for Battle, I mean, it was tough for Battle to get takedowns. I think somehow Micallef will get him down. I'm going to pick the underdog here, Jonathan Micallef. Something just telling me, man, this kid's grappling is the real deal. And if his striking's not that good, so I do think Jousset is going to box him up on the feet. But Micallef is a wild man. He's just a pressure fighter. And if he goes out there and watches the Battle fight, man, maybe he can break a guy like Jousset who got broken last fight. So I'm going to go with Micallef. I haven't decided if I'm going to bet him yet. We'll see, but I'm going to go with Micallef, man. What do you think?
So I watched all of Dana White's Contender Series live the last season. Micallef is one of those guys that, for some reason, even though he got a first-round sub, I don't remember him. That could be because he was so dominant that I don't remember him, or his opponent was not Contender Series worthy. So, to be honest, I don't know too much about Micallef. Jousset, I think, is really good. I thought his fight with Battle's a tough matchup for most of that division. His confidence is sky high right now. I'm going to go with Jousset just because he's a little battle tested, and he's got UFC experience. So
it's a tough one because Jousset definitely is a lot better on the feet.
Yeah.
All right, next fight. I'm surprised, man. When we're having this conversation, you kind of forgot about him. We got Cody Steele, who's minus 215 against Zhu Rong, who's plus 185. Cody Steele was one of my favorite prospects coming out of the Contender Series last season. I thought he looked great. He was supposed to fight a guy that beat Pereira, and then he had anxiety. Dana White was ripping that guy. That was pretty awesome. Yeah. The thing with this fight is, Zhu has like 35 fights. Like, the guy has way more experience than Cody Steele. But he got fucking choked out by a bum his last fight, man, against Taco Padilla. I don't think that guy's that good at all, man. Cody Steele, good boxing, good grappling. I don't think it's going to be a Peyton Talbot situation. I really don't. I think Cody Steele's going to go out there and look minus 215. Honestly, he could be a parlay guy here. Minus 215, I don't understand that, man. I think he should be lying a little higher, man. Zhu Rong got cut, and then he came back. So, bro, this guy's not good. I don't understand. And the guy had pink hair in one of his fights. You're going out there and having pink hair, and then your fights, you're a jobber. I got Cody Steele all day, man, whatever he wants. What about you?
So, yeah, I remember the whole situation with Cody Steele and his opponent, dropping out basically day of, maybe a couple hour, like an hour or two before. Cody Steele is one of those top prospects. We had Bashi, who went up against a freaking buzzkill in C-Rod. And we have, what's the black guy's name? I forget. Jake.
Which black guy?
From Contender Series. He just won his first UFC fight pretty emphatically. KO machine.
Mansar Abdul?
No. He's got the most plain name ever, like Jason.
What division are we talking about?
170, I believe. He just had a fight.
Left-handed God?
No, not left-handed God, but he reminds me of a left-handed God, Danny Barlow.
Who are you talking about? I'm trying to
I have to go back a couple fights, but anyway.
It was this season?
He was just last season, yeah, and he just had his fight.
Oh, I know you're talking about that wrestler from 4-7 MMA, the guy that beat Preston Parsons. Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
that guy. Cody Steele.
Jacoby Jones? Jacoby Jones?
No, it's like Steven Jones or something. Jason Jones or Jason Bourne or something. I don't remember.
I thought it was Jacoby Jones.
But anyway, so that guy.
Oh, it's not Jacoby Jones. It's Jacoby something. Jacoby Smith.
Top prospect. Cody Smith. There you go.
Jacoby Smith. Yeah.
Jacoby Smith,
yeah.
And then so Jacoby Smith, best prospect on the Contender Series last season. Bashi I would say was my second, and then Cody Steele would have been my third.
Cody Haddon has to be up there too, man.
Yeah, he's good too.
Yeah, we'll talk about him pretty soon. Next fight, actually, we're gonna talk about him right now. Next fight, we got Alexandre Topuria minus 450. I think it's Elia's older brother, right? Yeah, older brother. Yeah. Versus down with the thickness, Colby Thickness, plus 350. Who do you got here?
So I don't know too much about Colby Thickness. This is my first time hearing about him. He is coming in, last minute replacement. I know he trains with Volk. So he's got to be, doing work if he's training with Volk. I'm a huge Ilia Topuria fan. Ilia says that his brother is better. I don't believe so. His brother has a KO loss on the regional scene. But other than that, he is 100% finish rate. He's got good wrestling. He's got good jits. I don't know if he's got that Topuria power, but I think the line is a little off, minus 450. I don't know if Alexandre Topuria is that big of a favorite, personally, but I think he's going to win.
Yeah, man, it sucks, man, because I really wanted to see the Cody Haddon fight. That was a good fight, man. Cody Haddon was the favorite there. I think it was like minus 150. Topuria looks good. It's just he hasn't fought anyone. He really hasn't. He's fought complete fucking cab drivers. So the Cody Haddon fight would have been good. I think Haddon would have beat him. I think Haddon's a really good prospect. But I kind of like the fact that we're going to have Volk in Colby's corner and we're going to have Ilya in Alexander's corner.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so that's gonna be cool. Yeah, I gotta go with Topuria here. I watched one of Colby's fights, and he fights just like Volk, but he just fights so slow compared to Volk. Like he just doesn't have the same pop that Volk has. So he fights like a wannabe version of Volk. So I'm gonna go with Topuria.
Okay.
Next fight, we got the Joker, Wang Cong Wang, whatever you want to say, minus 450 versus Bruno Brazil plus 350. I mean. This is a weird one, man, because initially I thought Brazil was going to be live here, but then I looked into it. I'm like, oh, she's going up a weight class. And I mean, Kong's huge for 125. She's a good striker, but she got cocky, man, at the weigh-in, and she got caught against Gabriel Fernandez. Brazil's been knocked out like 3 times, so that's what I'm worried about, bro. She's chinny, dude. But fight nerds, she's been training there for a while. I saw some picture today of Strickland with the glasses. That doesn't mean anything. Strickland's not training to fight nerds. Get out of here. But Brazil is training to fight nerds. And it's kind of funny. Bueno Silva was apparently trained there. Yeah, that looked great. She got fucking dominated. I'm so happy I didn't bet on her. I thought about taking a shot. I didn't. Thank God. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Cong Wang, man. I just think she's bigger, bro. I think she's gonna be the bigger fighter out there and maybe land, a knockout. But Bruna Brazil has definitely been improving, man. She's been looking ever since that one fight she got ragdolled in against Luma Luke Boomy. Like, bro, she dominated her on the mat. But I mean, that's a different fight. I don't think Cong Wang's gonna go out there and grapple her. So I think Cong's gonna win. But something's telling me that this line could be. Bruna has a shot. I'll say that. I think she's live. I just don't want to. I don't want to do it. I'm gonna go with the favorite. What do you think?
Yeah, this is one of those odds that just kind of sticks off the page. Bruno Brazil is a very talented striker. Cong Wang was a very fun prospect up until her last fight. She got caught. Hey, it happens in the UFC. You say Bruno Brazil is chinny. Maybe the move up to 125 does help her chin. So maybe we could think about it like that. Okay. Her grappling. We don't know how it translates to the new weight class. Her training with Fight Nerds is definitely an improvement. I think that's a great camp for her. But plus 350, minus 450. I want Brazil to win. I'm not confident. I don't know. I would probably have to guess that Wang is probably going to win just because of the 25. So.
I really wish I would have bet on Brazil against Meatball. I mean, she was like a 2-1 dog, bro. That was a domination.
Always fade Meatball.
Yeah, Meatball's garbage, bro. These next 2 fights are 2 of the best fights of the card, man. I'm really excited to talk about this next one. We got, man, this is it. I'm a big fan of this guy, man. We got Slavoklas Borshchev minus 136 versus Tom Nolan plus 116. Okay, dude, I'm telling you right now, man. I don't understand this line. I thought Tom Nolan, man, was going to win this fight. And then I watched the tape, and, bro, I got Slava all day here. I'm not going to bet him, but I do think that he's going to win this fight. Do you watch tape on this guy? I mean, bro, Tom Nolan is fucking garbage, bro. This guy's chin sucks. He barely beat Alex Reyes, Alex Reyes is fucking terrible, man. I mean, he's fought like twice in the last 6 years, and you're winning a decision and getting taken down against that. And I mean, bro, that was his last fight. I mean, he looked garbage. He fucking got dropped against Victor Martinez, who sucks. And then he came back and won in the first round, but still he got hurt bad. Nicholas Mota knocked him out, but I mean, Mota's been improving. He's been looking pretty good. He finished Bogdan Grad, who just fought, but Bogdan Grad went down to 45, so it looked like he's looking better over there. But yeah, Tom Nolan's chinny. I'm going to say that he's really chinny, and he's never shot a takedown. So this is one of those fights where I bet on Borshchev versus Mahashati. Mahashati's never even shot a takedown, and Borshchev smoked him. Tom Nolan's never shot a takedown, man. I don't know if he has the grappling to go out there and beat Borshchev. Borshchev's lost to grapplers. Mike Davis has grappling. Fucking Mark Diakisi has grappling. We've never seen Tom Nolan shoot. And I get it. Slava got dropped against Chase Hooper. Everyone's talking about that. It's because he was scared by the takedown. I think there's no takedown threat here. I know Slava's a little shitty as well, but I do think he's tough, though. I mean, you watch that fight with Nazim, bro, he has a lot of heart, man. I think Slava's a fucking dog, and I do think he's one of the best strikers in the division, bro. I mean, this guy is fucking nasty, man. The body shots, his kicks. I think this is a great matchup, man. I think UFC knows what they're doing. I know Tom Nolan's 10 years younger, but Slava, he's a good striker, guys. I'm telling you, and he's going to win the fights when he doesn't have the fucking stuff. Maybe Tom Nolan gets one takedown, but one thing I've noticed about Slava, I know Hooper fucking destroyed him, but that's Hooper's ground game. Bro, Slava, he does get up. You watch the Mike Davis fight, he kept on getting up, man. So I'm going to go Slava class. I think he's going to knock out Tom Nolan. You're getting hurt against fucking Victor Martinez, bro, who's not even in the UFC anymore. I mean, you probably don't even know who that is. He's a fucking jobber. So I got Slava class, man. We're going to see that cool dance he always does after he wins. So I got Slava. What about you?
Question for this fight is Tom Nolan a grappler? And he's not. Slava has great striking. He got dropped in the first 40 seconds against Hooper, and I think he was recovering for the rest of that fight. Hooper killed him. But Hooper's on a freaking tear right now. So I actually think that loss aged gracefully. I got Slava by KO.
Yeah, I like Slava, dog. He's never going to be a top 15 guy or anything like that. But I think he's a fun fighter in the division. And when you're giving him striker, bro, it's good. Now, this next fight is another fight where this is a good fight, man. We got Gabriel Santos, minus 225, fighting out of your favorite gym, Shoot-A-Box, versus Jack Jenkins, plus 190. Who do you got here, man?
I'm going to go with Santos. I think, Jack Jenkins is the home crowd favorite, but I think he's going to get brutally KO'd. So.
Yeah, man. Jenkins is a good fighter. I mean, he's cash on me versus Jamal Emmers. I thought that was kind of a robbery. I don't know how I won that fight. The thing with Jenkins is he can get taken down. I mean, Herbert Burns, bro. This is his last fight. Took him down twice. That's a red flag. He got taken down against like that fucking joke, Don something. Like it was he fought him in his debut, Don something. Like he's not even in the UFC anymore. He took him down. Chepe took him down. Like I watched that Chepe fight maybe 2 hours ago. Jenkins won the first round, all three judge scorecards. But then Chepe went out there in the second round and just fucking dog walked him. He just fucking pressured him, held him against the cage, and then he fucking judo threw him. And then fucking on the judo throw is the same shit that happened to Joe Piver against Stolfoots. Fucking broke his elbow got dislocated, bro. But people are acting like that's a fluke, bro. Chepe did that. So I feel you can out grapple this guy. I think Santos is the better grappler. And Santos has really good boxing. I think people are forgetting that he went to a split with Leon Murphy in his debut. That was a very close fight, man. That could have gone either way. And then he lost to Onama, who's right outside that top 15. I mean, David Onama is going to be ranked soon, guys. And if I just watched that fight too, bro, he was beating Onama until he got knocked out. So, I mean, it's crazy. 0-2, his first two fights against two good guys. Then he fought, a fucking jobber, Jap, and he fucking destroyed him. So, yeah, I think Gabriel Santos is the real deal. I think Jenkins is good too. I don't think Jenkins sucks. Like I think Jenkins has really good leg kicks. Definitely have some of the best leg kicks in the division. But yeah, I think Santos is just gonna outdog him. I think he's gonna win. He has the better boxing, and I think he's gonna take him down. I think he has really good jiu-jitsu and takedowns, and he's gonna have DeBronx in his corner. So yeah, let's get it, man. Gabriel Santos for the win. This next fight, man, this is one of my favorite fights of the card. It really is. Yeah. We got Jake Matthews. I'm gonna say Flake Matthews, minus 205 versus Francisco Prado, plus 175. I am going to have a bet on Prado here. I'm going to put 2 units on him. I'm probably going to bet him tomorrow. I'm pretty confident in Prado here, man. The thing with Matthews is that he's so inconsistent. He wins one, he loses one. Like, it's just – I get it. He beat Phil Rowe last fight, and I bet on Phil Rowe, okay? I rewatched it today. It was 1-1 going that third round, and Matthews took him down. And then Rowe immediately reversed him, was on top for I think 2 minutes and 20 seconds, And then he made a stupid mistake and got reversed, and Matthews laid on him the rest of the round and won the fight. I mean, you have to give that round to Matthews. He controlled him a little more than Rowe. But, man, Phil Rowe, let's be honest, man. I know he had that close fight with Magny, but he's kind of a fucking – he's a fraud. He really is. The guy's huge, but, like, he has a lot of flaws, man. The Prado, if you watch the fights with him, he fought Jamie Malarkey, okay, on short notice, and he lost. Jamie Malarkey is not really the best guy, but I mean,
he's scrappy, bro.
He fought he had a very close fight with Zia. It was a split decision. Yeah, he is scrappy. I know his chin's not the best, not anymore. Obviously, Rufy fucking destroyed him. But Prado, was on the regionals and he took it on short notice and he lost. Man, it is what it is. He had his moments in there. Then his next fight, I bet him. He fought Ottoman Azaitar. He fucking knocked him out. And bro, that spinning fucking elbow that he hit was nice, bro. And then he finished him with some heavy ground and pound. And then last fight, this is the fight right here that really told me, okay, I'm going to bet on Prado. He fought Zell Huber, who in my opinion is one of the best strikers in the division at 155.
Yeah.
2 of the judges scored the first round for Prado. Prado looked good in that first round, man. He landed more. He really did, dude. I mean, he finished the fight with 90 significant strikes and he lost. But then Zell Huber, come on. Zell Huber had like a 10 to 11-inch reach advantage. He cut him open and just fucking after that cut, bro, it was over, bro. But, Prado fought tough. 90 significant strikes, and it was a 29-28. Now he took a year off, and he's going up to 170, man. And he's kind of small for the division. But this is the thing. Matthews isn't the biggest guy either. Prado's 5'10", okay, with a 69-inch reach. 69.5-inch reach. Matthews is 5'10". Matthews is 5'11" with a 73-inch. So the reach isn't going to be that big of a deal. And Matthews doesn't even fight like Zell Huber, right? Either. Matthews fights on the back pedal the whole time. So I think this is a good matchup. I just can't get out of my head that Matt Seamlessberger, who just got cut, fucking dropped him 3 times and fucking won a decision, 30-27, all 3 judge scorecards. I don't think Matthews is good. He's inconsistent. He's going out there losing to Rocco Martin, who beat his wife. Bro, look at the guys Matthews has been fighting lately besides Phil Rowe. Andre Fiallo, garbage. Darius Flowers, garbage. Michael Morales, no, okay, don't get me started on Michael Morales, okay? He's my dark horse of the division, okay? That's not a bad loss. But the guy is just so inconsistent, man. He's a fraud. He really is, man. He's chinny. I just don't get it, man. I think he has to grapple here. We haven't really seen Prado get tested in that department, but on the feet, I think Prado's the better fighter. He's 22 years old, guys. 22. He took a year off. He's in a new weight class. He's training at ATT now. I think we're going to see leaps and bounds and improvements from him. He kind of fights like Drew Dober, and bro, he's a brawler, man, and he has good boxing, dude. I think he's going to get inside, and he's going to land some shots, man. And Matthews doesn't like to get hit on the chin. He really doesn't. So I'm going to go with Francisco Prado. I think he's going to be a little faster out there, and obviously he has to fight inside. He's going to be the smaller guy, but I do think he's a better striker. I don't think Matthews' striking is all that good. I think Prado's like really, really durable. And I feel like if he makes it a brawl, Matthews is just going to want to hang with him in the brawl, man. He's going to try to shoot. So I think Prado's going to win, man. And that's, going to be a bet for me. 2 units. He's plus 175 right now. The line's getting better. Let me see if there's anything else I want to fucking say here. I don't know how long he's going to last at 170, but I think this is a good matchup for him. I really do. I like his left hook. He has a good straight right, good elbows. The Zell Huber fight did it for me, man. I know Zell Huber just coming off a loss, but let's be honest, man. Zell Huber's a really good striker, and he fights so long. Fucking Jake Matthews does not fight like that at all, and you're going out there winning the first round against Zell Huber. That's impressive, in my opinion, dude. This guy, he likes to go forward and just fucking throw leather, man. And he has pretty good boxing, and he hits like a truck. So I just don't understand. Like Jake Matthews, look, 3-3 in his last 6. Like, bro,
yeah,
he wins one, he loses one. He wins one, he loses one. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I think he's a fraud, and I'm gonna go with Prado. What about you?
The couple unknowns, right? Prado moving up in weight. Is it the Matthews that shows up that killed Fialho and looked like a fucking world beater, or is it the Matthews that showed up that lost to Semmelsberger? Those are the reasons. And then the reach does play a difference. I think it's like a 3.5 reach advantage for Jake Matthews. Matthews is basically a boxer. Francisco Prado has really good boxing. A lot of unknowns on Prado's side. I don't trust Matthews as far as I can throw him. toss up. I don't know who wins this fight. I think potential fight of the night candidate.
Let's get it, man. This is a weird fight, man. This is a weird fight. We got Rodolfo Bellato -170 versus Jimmy Crute +145. Who do you got here?
I think Jimmy Crute is one of the worst 205ers on the roster. I can't trust him. I don't know too much about Bellato, but I'm going to go Bellato.
Man, Bellato is he's one of those tricky fighters where he's a comeback guy. I mean, he lost to fucking what's his name? Hold on. Who's the dude that just fucking lost to Dustin Jacoby?
Stolfoods?
No. He's that big ass Brazilian light heavyweight. That's a fuck. He got subbed by Anthony Smith. You know what I'm talking about?
Petrino.
Yeah, Petrino. I don't know what's up with him, but bro, Petrino beat him twice. Once on the regionals and once on Contender Series. I think he knocked him out both times too. But anyways, Bellato, he's a dog. I mean, if you watch this fight with Ihor Pretoria, who's garbage. I mean, he almost died in that first round. He came back and won. So the thing I question with Crute is that does he even want to be there? Like, I listened to an interview. He's saying he found God, so he wants to fight again. I mean, I believe in God, but I don't. You retired and then you came back and you said God told you to come back. I don't know if he really wants to fight. Like, he could be showing up for a paycheck. I know Bellato's hungry, and Bellato is very aggressive. That's the thing with Bellato. He's going to be in Crute's face the whole fight. Good cardio. I think he's going to make Crute quit. I mean, if you watch Crute's last fight, he didn't even want to be in there. He fucking gave up and got choked out against Alonzo Benefield. That's embarrassing. You're getting choked out against a white belt. That dude has no jiu-jitsu at all, bro. Like, that dude lost to fucking William Knight. That shit's bad, bro. Yeah, I think Bellato's going to go out there and break this guy. I think he should be lined higher than -170 personally. I'm not going to bet it, but yeah, Jimmy Crute. It's weird with him, dude, because he had talent, but like he had some really bad losses. He fucking got choked out against Misha Serkinov, like with a Peruvian necktie. That shit was nasty. I don't know if you watched it. Crute was dominating the whole fight, and then a Peruvian necktie, like I've never seen that ever. That shit's crazy. Yeah, I don't think Crute wants to be in there, man. I'm gonna go with Bellato. I think Bellato fucking breaks him, and I think you know what I'm gonna say it right now. I think Crute's gonna fucking tap the strikes. I'm saying it right now. Jim Crute, tap the strikes. Next fight, we got. Damn, this is an interesting fight. We got Teixeira versus Justin Tafa. Now, Teixeira was another prospect last season. He got a really nice finish, but he fought a complete jobber. He was getting his defense on the feet went terrible. Like, he was getting hit with some big shots, dude. But he's huge, bro. Like, this guy's ginormous for the division, and you already know how I feel about the Tafa brothers, okay? The guy has a cool first name, probably the best name in the history of names, but he fucking sucks. Like, both these brothers are terrible, bro. So I'll go with Teixeira to get the win, but there's a lot of money coming on Tafa here, like a lot. Like, Teixeira was like -300, now it's -135. So, like, what's going on here, man? Like, I don't know. Like, is he hurt? Like, was he -300 or am I wrong? Let me see. What did he open at?
I don't remember him being -300.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Let me see.
Ever. Maybe -185.
Let me see. For some reason, I thought he was that high. Okay, never mind. No, okay, so I was wrong. He was -160. I thought he was a -300. I guess not. Okay, I'll go with Teixeira, but I mean, it's a heavyweight slobber knocker. I wouldn't be surprised if fucking Tafa won. What do you think?
When people look at this main card and they see this is not a main card type fight. The only reason why this fight is on the main card is because Tafa is Australian. He's got a big following in the land down under, and heavyweights are always towards the top of the card. I think the line is a little off. I don't know if Teixeira is supposed to be favored. I think Tafa wins this, actually.
Oof. All right, man. The next fight, in my opinion, the most intriguing fight on the card. We got top 10 of Suarez at -125. We got Weili Zhang +105. I got 2 units already on Suarez at +105. Nice. She's the favorite now.
Good odds.
The only thing I'm worried about in this fight, which I hope is not a factor, is the injuries. Okay, she's been hurt before, like some bad injuries and all this stuff. She's getting older, but if she shows up in prime Tatiana Suarez, she's gonna win this fight. She's taken down everyone she's fought. She's undefeated for a reason. She's the best grappler in women's, I think, in the history of. I think she's the best grappler in the UFC for women right now. I feel like arguably she could. I mean, she's nasty, man. She's so big for the division. She's strong. I feel like Wheelie. Like, this is the thing. Wheelie's good and she's a good champ, but who has she fought? What grapplers has she fought? My bad. What grapplers? Carla Esparza. That's it. I get it. Okay, she went out there and subbed her. Suarez destroyed her too, and you're getting taken down against Yan Shannon, which I like. I like Yan. That was a good fight. But Jan's a striker, guys. She's like a blue belt. And she's going out there and reversing her. And she took her down twice. And Rose took her down a couple of times as well. And Rose controlled her on the mat in one of those rounds for like 3 minutes, bro. So Rose is not a fucking grappler, bro. She has good jiu-jitsu, but she's a striker. Like, if you're getting taken down by strikers, what do you think a girl like Tatiana Suarez is going to do, who's taken down everyone she's fought? And I get it, guys. She gassed against Nina Ansaroff in 2018. Wow. Big whoop. Bro, and everyone's telling me the whole 5-round narrative here. Yeah, we've never seen her fight 5 rounds, but she could get this done in 1 round. She really could. I think this would be a situation where it's 1 takedown, it's over, because you're training every day with one of the best fucking grapplers, her fiance, and Patchy Mix, who has some disgusting jiu-jitsu. You saw that submission that Suarez hit against Andrade. That was fucking nasty, bro. I think Suarez could go out there and either pound her out on the mat or hit a 6 submission, dude. I really do. I think Suarez's jiu-jitsu has gone high leaps and bounds since, dating fucking Patchy Mix. Even before that, it was good too. But yeah, I just think we've never seen anything like Tatiana Suarez. I think she's nasty. Yeah, man, I get it. She's one-dimensional. I get it, but I mean, I think she's going to go out there and be relentless, man, and get her down. And it wouldn't surprise me if she went 5 rounds either, because we haven't seen her go 5 rounds, but so that means she can't go 5 rounds. I can still see it, man. Suarez has been wrestling her whole life. I'm sure her cardio is good. I'm sure she's ready. I like her top control. I think she's really heavy on top, and I think it's going to be really hard for Weili to get up, and I think we're going to see her get a takedown immediately in the first round. And I'm going to say right now, I got Tatiana Suarez and New. She's going to submit her, dude, in the first round. I'm telling you, it's going to be another crazy fucking submission that she has. And, yeah, I can't wait, man. I'm trying to figure out who Suarez is going to fight next. She's going to fight Yan Shannon? I mean, yeah, I can't wait, man. Tatiana Suarez and New, 2 units plus 105. Another thing, too, that I want to mention, and I already know you're going to mention it, too. Weili's going to be very hesitant, I feel like, to throw in this fight. Like, she's going against a grappler, bro. She's never fought anyone like her. I don't, like, even if she fights wild like she always does, she's going to get taken down immediately. So I hope she goes out there and tries to brawl with fucking Suarez, because it's going to be an easy takedown. So, yeah. Who do you like here?
When I started watching MMA kind of like full-time, Tatiana Suarez was like the guaranteed title contender, champion in the future. I started watching religiously in 2016, 2017. It's been a long time coming. She didn't fight for 4 years because she had cancer. She beat that. She's looked impressive her last 2 fights since that. She has wins over 3 champions: Alexa Grasso, Carla Esparza, and Andrade. Can she survive the onslaught from Weili from round 1 and 2? If she can, Tatiana Suarez wins by decision or by sub. And she comes from her hometown too, so we got to rep her.
Yeah, man, Ranch Cucamonga stand up. Yeah, I like Tatiana Suarez a lot, man. And yeah, she beat cancer, man. Good for her, dude. And ever since Ultimate Fighter, bro, she was just destroying girls on there, man. That was sick, dude. Main event, man, dude. We got Jenkins Duplessis. I said DDP minus 205 versus Sean Strickland plus 175. Kind of like you, man. I know Topuria is your favorite fighter. I like Topuria a lot as well. This is my favorite fighter in the UFC. He's been my favorite fighter for a very long time. I love Jenkins, man. I really do. I love how everyone always counts him out. Everyone thinks that he's sloppy, and he does definitely fucking have some sloppy moments out there. But he's just so herky-jerky, and he's just so good, dude. He's one of the best fighters, man, I feel like we've ever seen in the UFC, dude. He's phenomenal. He acts like he gasses, but his cardio is great. Ever since he got that surgery, he's been looking good. It's just so hard to look good against him, man. He makes it ugly out there. And it's just really hard for me to pick against him, man. I can't do it. I do think Sean Strickland at plus 175, because money's coming down on him. He was plus 185. People are being sharp and picking Strickland here. But I can't do it. I'm going to go with DDP. I think he's going to go out there and get the takedowns going. His grappling's really good, man. You're going out there and choking out Adesanya like that. That's impressive, in my opinion. You know, Strickland has really good takedown defense. He has good jiu-jitsu defense. But I think Dricus has gotten a lot better, man, since their first fight. Strickland, did he look a lot better against Costa? I don't know, man. That wasn't even the best performance, in my opinion, dude. I mean, that's all I'm going to say. Dricus looked really good against Adesanya. He really did. I get it. He took some big shots, but, bro, who was the one that got hurt in that fight? It was fucking Adesanya, and then Dricus choked his ass out bad. Dricus almost choked him out earlier on, too. So, yeah, I just think he's too heavy on top. I think his grappling's going to be too good. I do think he gets a finish here, personally. I think Strickland could have some moments going on, but I just love Dricus, man. I really do. I bet on him so many times. We already talked about it against Brunson, against Darren Till, against Whitaker. Man, I remember I was in the crowd against Whitaker, man, like plus 320 I got. All these queers sitting next to me were all over Whitaker, saying Whitaker all day, all day. And what happened in the first round, guys? All three judge scorecards for Dricus. And then what happened in the second round? Whitaker fucking got destroyed, bro. Like, Dricus is a fucking dog, man. And then he beat Strickland, and then he fucking beat Adesanya. I'm telling you guys right now, he's going to beat Kazma. This guy is the best middleweight in the division. I don't see anyone beating him for a very long time. He's too good. He's young. He's huge for the division. He has good striking. He hits like a truck. His grappling's good. But you know what? The best thing about this guy is he's a fucking dog. Did you see what he said yesterday? He said that everyone's like, I stand out because I'm willing to kill someone in front of my family. Bro, that was fucking intense, dog. Dricus is a fucking G, dog. I got Dricus going out there and big brothering Sean Strickland. And I think he's going to tap him out. I really do. So I got Dricus by sub. Who you got?
So it's Dricus Duplessis versus Sean Strickland. I don't think Strickland deserves a rematch, to be honest. I would much rather watch Dricus Duplessis versus Hamzat. However, I think this line is way off. I think the fact that Sean Strickland, who took Dricus Duplessis to a split decision and the second decision in his career, it could have gone Sean's way. Dricus's face was fucked up bad. I'm surprised that the judges didn't give it to Sean, if I'm being honest. The fact that he's plus 175 is absolutely insane. Do I think Dricus is the better all-around MMA fighter? 100%. Does Sean have a very impressive fighting style that wins fights? Yes, he can shut down kickboxers. His anti-grappling is good enough to keep him on the feet, and he's a sharp jabber. He's a sharp kicker. He's gonna keep you guessing. Can Dricus survive 25 minutes with Sean? Yeah, he can. Sean doesn't really have too much power. Dricus has a ton of power. Dricus has unconventional kickboxing, boxing, takedowns, everything. He's got, Sean's obviously got the better cardio. Dricus's cardio is fantastic though, as well. Dricus is bigger. I think Sean bulked up for this fight. I think he came in a little light on the first fight. So, and I think that's going to take play. I think that's going to help him out with the anti-grappling. Personally, I think Dricus Duplessis wins, but Sean's going to make it close. It's not going to be definitive again. So, let's go DDP.
I think what happened in the first fight is that Strickland's used to like going forward and pressuring everybody, but Dricus pressured him. So if Strickland wants to win, he has to do the pressuring. But that's the thing. Dricus doesn't let you pressure him, bro. He pressures everybody, bro. He fucking dog walked it out of sun. Like, dude, Dricus has nasty pressure. So that's how Strickland wins. He pressures Dricus, dude. it's hard to hurt Jenkins, man. Like I know he got knocked out in the regional scene, bro, but dude, he's so durable, dude. Like he gets better like when he gets
Jenkins
hurt.
got knocked out he didn't get knocked out in the regional scene. He got knocked out by fucking Roberto Soldic, which is like one of the freaking craziest KO artists outside of the UFC. Yeah,
he's a really good fighter, yeah. And he got wrecked. He got knocked out. I watched it recently. It was fucking crazy. But Jenkins has been hurt in some of his fights. I mean, Trevin Giles hurt him. You know, I mean, Adesanya hurt him bad to the body. But yeah, dude, I like Jenkins. I really want the Cosmo fight because you already know we're getting plus money against Cosmo because the whole world likes Cosmo. So, but yeah, I agree with you. I do think Strickland's live. I feel like the line's off. Like the first fight was very close, man. It could have gone either way. It's not a robbery either side.
I think the headbutt had a lot to do with it too, because the judges didn't see the headbutt, which caused the entire right side of Strickland's face to be red with blood. You know, they could have thought, you know, that was from a strike. They could have thought that was from a takedown. They could have thought that was from an elbow. Could have played into the judge's mind. So
that was the first time we've seen Jenkins go 5 rounds, and Sean Strickland won the 5th round. I picked him. I thought he won the 5th round. All 3 judges scored the 5th round. I scored the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th for Jenkins. The 1st for Strickland and the 5th for Strickland. So 1st and 5th for Strickland. So it was a split, man. It was a close fight. We'll see what happens here. I hope Jenkins wins. He's my favorite fighter in the UFC. So let's get it, man. Let's do a recap on our picks. So on the main event, we both got Jenkins. Co-main event, we both got Suarez. 3rd fight, I got Teixeira. You got Tafa. 4th fight, we both got Bellato. 5th fight, did you pick Matthews or you picked Prado?
I said fight of the night candidate. I don't know who's going to win that one.
So you're picking Matthews? You got to pick someone, man.
I'll pick Matthews, yeah.
All right. And I got Prado. We both got Santos. We both got Slava. We both got Cong. We both got Topuria. We both got Steele. You picked Jousset. I picked Micallef. We both got Quillen. And then we both got our knockout. So,
yeah.
All right, man. Before we go, let's see here. What fight on this card, man, are you most intrigued, man, about? Actually, my bad. Who's your fight of the night, and then your most intrigued fight?
I think fight of the night would be DDP versus Sean Strickland or Jake Matthews versus Prado.
Okay, that's a good one, man. I think fight of the night for me is going to be I'm going to go with Santos versus Jenkins, and then my most intrigued fight has to be the co-main event, man. Tafa Suarez finally fighting for a fucking championship versus Wheelie. I mean, this is a long time coming, man. I mean, Suarez is actually 1 year younger, which is crazy. Suarez has been around for a long time, dude. She should have fought a long time ago. She's beaten a lot of Huh?
That cancer, man. She beat cancer.
She's beaten a lot of former champs. She's actually beaten more former champs. Yeah. Grasso, Andrade.
Rajaj.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Yeah, dude. So please like, subscribe, man. And if you guys want Ant to, do more pay-per-view videos with me, just put down in the comments, man. He's been on here maybe 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
You probably don't want to talk about any fight nights on here. Well, I don't know about that. The RoboCop one next week.
It's a rough.
The co-main event is. I can't wait for that one, dude. Calvin Kattar is going to absolutely get destroyed against Zalal. I really hope it's playable. I don't think it's going to be playable. I got a feeling it's going to be minus 400 Zalal, but that's accurate in my opinion. So, yeah, man. Anything else you want to say, man, before we go?
Everyone have a good night, and let's go DDP.
All right, guys. Peace out. Thanks for everyone in the chat. Let's get it. Let's all have a winning night.